Hey guys, it's just Waverly today, and today I will be showing you all of the books that I really like in 2025. I'm not doing this in any specific order or anything. This is just through all the books that I've read is some of my favorites. So I have quite a big pile, and some of them are series. So I have the first book in the series, and then I just recommend the whole thing. So I have some mysteries, mostly mysteries and some romances, and then a couple fantasy, but mostly mysteries because I really like mysteries. A good YA mystery is just so fun, especially to read in the summer. I actually read this one last year in spring, right here. I literally started reading it in the car, driving around in the Adirondacks with my friends, and I literally fell in love with it. And I read the first 3 books in the series, and I really liked those. And then I read the 4th, and that one wasn't the best, but I just bought the 5th, and hopefully I like that one. So I really hope so. So this is about a girl who goes to this academy. It had a mystery 70 years ago. Nobody ever solved it, and Stevie Bell, the main character, she loves mysteries. She's obsessed with the Ellingham Academy murder, and she really wants to solve it. So she goes to the school, and she gets accepted, I think because she was so obsessed with the murder. She immediately finds out some sketchy things, and there's a current mystery and a past mystery, so they're both kind of connected but also not connected. And the first 3 books are all part of this same mystery. So if you're looking for a short mystery that ends in the first book, this is not it. The whole mystery goes throughout the 3 books, and it's so good. And that's probably why I didn't like the 4th one so much, because that's a different story and it's in the summer at a summer camp, and so the whole setting and premise are different, so that's probably why I didn't like it so much. But the first 3 books are absolutely fantastic, and I think there's supposed to be 7 books in the series, so I've got some more reading to do. But this one was just so fantastic. I loved it so much. The next book is an oldie but a goodie. It's not even that old, but I read it a long time ago. It's the Maze Runner series. So I haven't read this in forever, but I've watched the movies recently. So the knowledge that I have of it does not go much past the movies, and I know the movies are so different from the books and they're not nearly as good. But if you watch the movies and you haven't read the books in forever, the movies are pretty decent, but if you watch them consecutively, the movies are probably pretty bad. But this is a trilogy, although I just recently found out that there's more books. I'm not really sure what they're about, but I haven't read them. Only read the first 3, and I absolutely loved the first 3. So this is about Thomas. He is sent into this maze with no memories except his name, and there are a bunch of other boys, and so they're in this little part in the center of the maze that's open, and they have food, water, but they have to work for it. They have to find it themselves and make stuff and do all this stuff. And then there's, in the maze, it opens at certain times in the day, and they can go in it, and they have runners, and they try and search for a way out. But there's also these creature things. I don't remember what they're called, but if they sting you, you get really sick and die, I think. Usually they have some antidotes, but they only have a very certain amount. They can't use it all up. Thomas is sent in. He's the second to last person, and then a little later a girl comes in, and they're this is the last person we're sending in ever. And Thomas seems to be the key to everything, but he also doesn't know what's going on. So it's such a good series. It's so good. I love it so much. Okay, the next one is a romance. It's The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walter, and I got this really cute special edition, I think, from Walmart. It's so cute, and it has cute illustrations. It's such a cute book. Oh my goodness. This is a YA romance. There's no spice, which I absolutely loved. It's such a wholesome romance. It's so good. So I'm pretty sure this family, wait a second, they can't be family because that would be weird. I think it's similar to Summer I Turned Pretty, to where they all meet up at this house in the summer and they're all friends. There's some relatives, but there's some friends of the family, and they meet up, and they used to meet up every summer, but then somebody died and they took a year off or a couple of years off, But they all decided they wanted to meet up again and have it like the old days. And they play this assassin game with water squirt guns. And they have all these rules, and they all have a target, but nobody knows who's each other's targets. So it's really fun. And the main girl, Meredith, meets this new guy. I don't remember his name. They immediately click, and then they have a friendship, and then it leads to more. And it's so good. I loved it so much. And again, spice free. No spice. It's amazing. Another one that's an oldie but a goodie is The Hunger Games. This entire series is so fantastic. It's about Katniss Everdeen. If you don't know about The Hunger Games, I don't know what you've been doing all your life, but it's literally kids get thrown into games and they have to kill each other, which is crazy concept, but it's so good. Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, that one's about the President Snow, and how he became bad. I didn't really enjoy that one, but I know the movie's good and everyone loves it. And then the new one, The Sunrise on the Reaping, I just started that. It's already fantastic. It's about Haymitch and his game, and I'm already so invested. The whole series and like the world, it's so not comforting because that sounds horrible, but it's so familiar to me that I just really like it. Yeah. So I would always recommend The Hunger Games. And then we have Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This is kind of a fantasy. It is a fantasy. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's about basically the Queen of Hearts origin story. Her name is Catherine, and all she wants to do is have her little bakery. But she is, I think she's the princess. Actually, I don't know what her role is. Whatever. But she meets this guy, Jest, and he's like amazing. He's really hot, and a whole bunch of things go down, and it's her origin story, and it's so good. And there's no spice, and it's really good. It's been a while since I've read this, so I don't know a lot about it. I forgot most. But the way I felt reading it is what I remember. And that's the most important part. The ending is crazy, but we don't talk about it because all that matters is the beginning. If you know, you know. I have 3 that are separate, but they're all by the same person, and I have already talked about them before, which is Better Than the Movies, The Do-Over, and Betting on You by Lynn Painter. Allegra finally has read this one, and she has started this one. She's about halfway, and I'm really excited because these ones are so good, and I really love this one. They're all so good. I can't wait for Lynn Painter's new book, Fake Skating. I think it's coming out in like September. I'm actually beyond excited for it. So this one is about Liz and Wes, and they were childhood best friends. I think they were best friends, and then they kind of became enemies, but they're neighbors, like right next door, and they're like rivals in a sense. Another neighbor moved back in town, and Liz is in love with him, and she tries to get Wes to set her up with him, and then there's fake dating involved, and it's really good. Second book, nothing like the movies, is not as good, but it's still really good. If you wanted to have the good ending, you should just read this, but if you want more, read that as well. It is really good. It just changes your view on some things, and it kind of made me mad, but it's still really good, and I love this book. The next one, The Do-Over. This is basically Groundhog Day, but Valentine's Day, and it's with, I forgot the girl's name, Emily and Nathaniel. Emily is the person that really just wants the perfect Valentine's Day with her boyfriend, and eventually things go sour, and she finds out some bad things about her boyfriend, and she just keeps reliving the same day and can't figure out what is happening and what to do about it. And then lastly is Betting on You. This is Charlie and Bailey, and they met randomly in line at the airport, and they immediately hated each other, and they did not get along, and they ended up having a seat next to each other in the plane, and they did not like that. And then a year later they met, or they saw each other again at a movie theater, and then eventually they started working with each other another year later or something like that. And it was like, it's basically an enemies to lovers, but it's also not. It's not a literal enemies to lovers, but it's like a rivals, enemies to lovers situation, and it's so good. The cat in this, the cat makes me very happy. So all three of these are fantastic. They're all YA, no spice, but they do have swearing. That's the only thing I don't like about them, that they swear kind of a lot. Not so much, but kind of a lot. So beware of that, but they're so good. Next is the Natural series. This is a mystery thriller series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Fantastic. Loved it so much. Got my friend to read it, and she loved it even more than I did, which is actually crazy. I don't own the first book. I need to buy that, but I just haven't yet. I just love it so much. It's about 5 kids who work for the FBI as like background workers kind of, and they started out working on cold cases, and they all are naturals at something. So one is a lie detector, one is a emotion reader, they have 2 profilers, and one is like really good with facts and remembering things and really weird details, and she's just super good at that sort of thing. And they all work together and solve a bunch of cases, and then it gets so weird and messed up, and it's so good. I loved it, if you can't tell. This whole series was so fantastic. It's actually crazy. I don't know how Jennifer Lynn Barnes does it, but she just connects everything, and it's like actually crazy. Okay, next is The Prison Healer. This is a fantasy. It has romance in it, and it was such a good, cute romance. It's like barely there, but it is there, and it's like you want so much more, but it doesn't. They never give it to you. But it's so good. It's about this girl who's 17 years old. She went to prison with her father because she resisted his arrest. She was like 7 then, and it's been 10 years. And there is this trial by ordeal that she has to go through, and it's got trials with all the different elements. It's like the fire, water, air, and other ones. And she has to survive them, and if she can survive them, she can get out of jail. And she is the healer, the prison healer. She is the nurse, basically. I highly recommend this. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did, and I've heard that it was really slow at the beginning, and like some people thought that was annoying or whatever, but I actually really liked it. It wasn't that slow to me. It was, I guess I was just really in the mood for this kind of thing, and I really liked it. It's a series. There's 3 books. Calden is literally my favorite person ever. Next up is one I talk about a lot, and I finally got Allegra to read the first one. I think she's like halfway through the second, but she put that down for a little bit. The Good Girls Guide to Murder series is literally the best series in the universe by Holly Jackson, and Holly Jackson, literally another book just dropped today, and I really want to go to Barnes and get it. I love this series. It's about Pippa, and she is doing a senior capstone project, and she wants to write about this murder case that was solved 5 years ago in her town, and she wants to dig a little deeper and see if any of it was actually true. And it's so fantastic and so good and interesting, and the romance in this is so perfect, and it's YA, and it's so good. There are some parts of it that I don't love because it talks about like drugs and drinking and underage stuff, and it's not the best, but it doesn't like promote that. It kind of shows how bad that was, so that's the only good thing. But I will say probably a slightly older read for like YA, like at least 14 and older, if not older than that. But it was so fantastic. The third book is kind of thrillery more so than the rest, so they were all so good. Next up, I have another thriller. It's The Island by Natasha Preston, but this one was really good. It was a little slow, but it was super interesting. It's about a couple of influencers who were invited to like a millionaire's island to try out and promote his new theme park, and obviously things go bad pretty quickly, and yeah, it's really good. Next is That's Not My Name by Megan Lally. This, oh, and No Place Left to Hide, also by Megan Lally. I really liked these. A girl gets beat up, I think, and left on the side of a road in the middle of nowhere, and she can't remember anything. And she goes to the police station, and then a dude comes and says he's her father, and he has her birth certificate, and so she goes with him. to this little cabin. And you can see why that sounds really creepy. And then No Place Left to Hide is about a girl who, she used to be like the party queen. She had the perfect spot and she'd invite everyone over, and then something bad happened and you're trying to figure out what happened and what in the world is happening, and then somebody's like stalking her. So yeah, it's really good. And I'm so excited to read more of hers. This is like, these are her first 2 books, I'm pretty sure. This is her first and her second book. And I'm so excited for her to write more and give me more to read because I really like hers. They're pretty quick and fast-paced and really interesting. And I love how they match up so nicely. 2 more from Holly Jackson. So this one is about 5 Survive. It's about 6 people who go on a road trip. So they all rented an RV, all 6 of them. And then they take a wrong turn and it breaks down. And then they find out people are aiming guns at them and they don't know why. It was a little slow to start, but then it really got into it and then we really had fun. And then this one, the reappearance of Rachel Price, it's somewhat self-explanatory, but it's about this girl who, her mom disappeared. They were driving and then they found her car on the side of the road with the little girl in it, but the mothers had disappeared, Rachel Price. And so several years later, I'm not sure how many, Belle and her father are asked to film a documentary about it because that doesn't happen very often, because they had no explanation. It's not like she ran away because she left the car running on the highway, on the side of the highway, and like the kid in the car and the heat running, and like a whole lot of things were not explained. They really want to find out what happened, and the girl can't remember anything. I think she was a little older. She was like 3 or 4 or something, but she can't remember anything. And yeah, it's really good. And she kind of appears out of nowhere in the same clothes she disappeared with, I guess, and they have to figure out if she's telling the truth or lying or what even happened. It's really good. I have another 6 of Crows. I finally read this. I'm so happy I did because it was so good. Inej and Kaz are literally amazing, and I hated the ending of this. But the plot twists just kept coming. It was so good. It was so interesting and entertaining and different, and I loved the feel of it. It was like, it's thieves, like a bunch of thieves get together and they have an impossible heist that they have to complete, and it's just so good and entertaining. It's so good, and I can't wait to read the second book. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. But the second book is really chunky, so I haven't started it yet, but I'm really excited to. And lastly, I can't believe this is last. Oh my goodness. Lastly is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I really liked this book. It was so good, and I wasn't really expecting to like it as much as I did. I wanted to, but I wasn't expecting to. I kind of knew what was gonna happen too. Like, I feel like if you've heard anything about this book, you know what's gonna happen, but like, you just want it to not happen. So it's 2 cancer patients meet and start a friendship, and things happen. And it's really good and sad, and it was really good. I really liked this book. I gave it a 5-star. I gave most of these, if not like a 4.5 to a 5-star. This was a fantastic book. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed. I really like all of these books, and you guys should read them. I'm trying to get Allegra to read them. I'm having her read them slowly but surely. She's got like 2 of the 16 that I have here, or how many? 20. I actually have perfect 20. That's crazy. Unless I counted wrong, which I might have. Make sure to smash the like button if you liked it. Hit the subscribe button down below and hit the bell button so you get notified every time we post new videos. And comment down below if you've read any of these or if you have any recommendations. And come back next week for another video. So I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye!